Hey everyone, happy Wednesday, November 22nd, day before Thanksgiving. It's the Plant-Based Morning Show. We're back after an unexpected miss yesterday. Doug, he can tell us all about his illness, what happened after the race, and how his race went, period. We don't know that yet. At least the show doesn't know that. So that'll be good. And I'm going to bring him into Instagram now. We'll see how it's going. Not going to be a full show today because, just got over the flu, Doug did. So we will just keep it short, but wanted to check in, touch base, have something this week so that people didn't feel abandoned. Okay, let's see. Waiting for Doug to join. Didn't work. It did work. There we go.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well. Happy 2 days before your favorite holiday.
1 day before, I think. Oh, Black Friday.
Black Friday,
right.
yeah.
I thought it was sarcastic because Thanksgiving isn't my favorite holiday. Black Friday is. Very true.
That's right.
And I am opting inside for holiday shopping. I'm here for the whole thing. Do not believe in the outside nonsense. Garbage.
Are you going to do you have anything that you're going to be looking for this Black Friday to shop for?
No, not a single thing. I don't even know what you would get. I just don't know. What do people wait for now? TVs?
I mean, anything. I think I've got two things. I've never actually waited for Black Friday to buy anything before. I don't think, but I've got two things that I'm going to be looking for, and new pair of skis.
Oh yeah.
And a new coffee grinder.
Oh, what kind of grinder are you going to get?
I don't know yet.
I
still need to do the. Do you have a Reco?
Yeah, I do. It costs like $175 though.
Well, there you go. Maybe it'll be like 40% off for Black Friday.
Yeah, I believe the brand is Baratza. Let me confirm that. Yes, Baratza. And what I have is the Encore, but you got to go one model up from that. The Encore is $149. It just leaves behind a tremendous amount of like static dust that gets all over your counter and something and stuff. So anyway, I don't have the name in front of me, but go one level higher than that.
Okay. Well,
but it's serious burr grinder. And what are you currently grinding with? Don't call me a blade grinder.
It's a burr grinder, but it's 10 years old. It's from my wedding anniversary, and it's
wow.
Or not wedding anniversary. It was a wedding gift. Burr grinder, 10 years old, and it's just yesterday I was cleaning it out and everything, and it's not functioning the same way that it normally does.
Good. Well, that seems like a good move. Virtuoso is the one to get. It's actually $250. Maybe you'll catch a nice.
Okay, that might be a little high, unless there's a mega deal. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Maybe, and it's not that it's not worth it. It's really nice.
I was listening to something yesterday as I was in between nap like 9 and 10. I was listening to something about how to make the best cup of coffee, or I don't even remember how I got into this, but basically they were saying if you're going to spend money, if you're going to invest in anything when their coffee's set up, the best thing you can do is invest in your grinder, because even if you have the best, even if you have a great coffee maker, if you don't have good grinds or good grounds, then it doesn't matter.
I think that's true. I mean, I don't really know, but that's what everyone says. So I trust them. Trust the coffee influencers. All right. Well, I'm glad you're back, Doug. I'm glad we could do this show. Wouldn't have wanted to have nothing for the whole week, or me come on here and fill time by myself. So thank you everyone for bearing with us. Danielle P's here, Phyllis Hauser, Annie Amato, Kelly K, Bianca Phillips is here. I have a special shout out for Bianca Phillips' recipe from Cook and Crunk. Britters, Matt O'Connor, Mr. Jeffrey, Harold Dahl, Allie, Stephen Dunn thinks Doug's looking fresh despite the sickness. Sarah Slemp, Britters says get a Baratza, so that's 2 for the Baratza. Brandon Turner, and that's it. Yeah. So yeah, hello everyone. If you're on Instagram, No Meat Athlete or YouTube.com/No Meat Athlete is a better place to watch the show. So hop over there. You doing pull-ups for us today, Doug? You feeling well enough for that?
No, I'm definitely not doing pull-ups today.
Not today.
Okay. Walking from the house to this setup right here is the most I've done since I got done with my race on Saturday night.
Wow. Jeez. Okay. Well, we appreciate that you're doing that. Harold Dahl says Black Friday would be a great day for Friday episode of the show. Yeah, if it didn't require families to be interrupted,
That's right.
It's good
That's
time.
right.
Then yes, it would be good. Okay, so let's see. What tell us about your race, Doug, and the relationship of that race to the sickness. We want to know. Did you get? Because the post-race ultramarathon sickness is no, that happens all the time. So
yeah, this is not that. This is not that. I wish it was that, because then it would have happened at least a couple days later, and I could have celebrated the race itself before getting sick. But that is unfortunately not what happened. So if you're a regular listener to the show, as you know, Matt, and as our wonderful guests here know, last week my daughter was sick. She had the flu, had a fever, and I was beginning to panic about whether or not I would get sick before the race. She was diagnosed with the flu on Friday. We finally took her to the doctor. She tested positive for the flu. And then shortly after I left for the race and camped out for that night. And as I was laying in the tent, tossing and turning, thinking about the race, I started developing a little cough that progressed throughout the night. And I was just then getting deeper and deeper into my head about, oh no, here it comes the sickness.
Yep.
But I woke up, 2:30 in the morning, Saturday morning, and laced up the shoes and hit the trail at 4 a.m.
2:30 you woke up? What time did you go to bed?
I was actually asleep by 8:30, and then I woke up at 10, and I tossed and turned a lot after that. But I put my head down and fell asleep immediately at 8:30.
Okay, that's good.
So it would have been great had I actually slept through the night. It would have been great.
Right. Okay.
But
so you woke up feeling okay still?
I woke up feeling okay, coughing a little bit, but feeling okay. But as so as soon as I started running, it was pretty clear that if I talked much while I was running, then I would cough. And if I coughed, then there was quite a bit of pain in my chest, like right in here. And by the time I hit mile 20, which was kind of the first major aid station, first drop bag, first big crew spot, I had mostly lost my voice. And if I tried to talk at all, then I would start coughing, and that would be very painful. So
this is a 100K race, by the way, for those who don't.
100K, that's right. The Looking Glass 100K, 60. Yep, that's right. And at that point, I wasn't at all thinking I was going to quit, because I was breathing fine. I wasn't all considering quitting. I was breathing fine. I was running pretty well. I didn't seem to be impacting energy levels or anything like that. But I just couldn't talk, and I couldn't cough. And so I was just doing everything I could to avoid doing those things. I got to the aid station, and they asked what I wanted in my bottles and stuff. And I was having a lot of trouble kind of getting it out. And as I was saying it, I started coughing, and I kind of bent over and grabbed my chest a little bit. And out of the corner of my eye, I see this person approaching me, and it's the medic. And they were not happy with me. I kind of thought they were going to pull me. They were grilling me with all these questions about, had I been sick, and, am I sick, and all this stuff. And I really thought they were going to maybe pull me from the race, but
you're not allowed to be sick in an ultramarathon. Is that against the rules?
Well, I mean, if it's a danger to, my health, or if I was going to risk collapsing somewhere or something like that, then they don't want me out there.
Right.
But I didn't. And I finished the race, and I went throughout the rest of the day, and didn't really talk to anybody, and did fine, and honestly did great. The race was awesome. This course was one of the best courses that I have ever run. It was everything it was one giant loop, and everything felt like it really worked cohesively together. Mm-hmm. And I was honestly really proud of the race that I put together. it
Like, given that you were sick, or you think even if you hadn't been sick, you would have said that was pretty successful?
yeah, I mean, I think it was, so I was slower than I thought I would be. The course was
Mhm.
harder than I thought it would be,
Mhm.
and that slowed me down. And I wonder, had I not been sick, if I could have um,
Right.
gone much faster. I'm not sure, but uh, I don't know. Like sick or not sick, I was pretty proud of the race. And honestly, during the race, I wasn't thinking that much about being sick. I was like, okay, don't cough, don't do this. But I wasn't like, oh man, I have the flu and the flu is going to hold me back. I really just wasn't thinking
Right.
about it that much.
Right.
Much more focused on eating and continuing to run and doing all that stuff, like your typical race day concerns and things like that.
Mhm.
And I the weather was perfect. Like I had a really good day out there. But then when I got done, I was exhausted, as you would be, and
Mhm.
just immediately got the chills and started shivering uncontrollably. Um, and got home and found out that Katie had been in bed with the fever all day.
Oh, yeah, because they
And
weren't there. You were all by yourself on this. You were
yeah, I was
unsupported.
by
Forgot.
myself.
Yep.
So Katie had been knocked out with a fever all day. Eliza had still had her fever all day. So
Oh,
I
they
got
didn't text you or
home.
anything? What, you had no phone on you to learn that?
Well, they didn't. They just didn't bother me with it until it
Mhm.
was done.
Mhm.
Uh,
Right.
and which was nice.
Yeah.
And so and like the next morning and stuff, Katie was feeling really terrible. I was like, that was her worst morning. So I was trying to help out as as much as I could. And it was weird because I wasn't sure if I was feeling terrible because I was sick or if I was feeling terrible because I just run this long race and just
Yeah,
really
right.
tired, right?
Right.
And but it was helping out, and kind of we got through Saturday just fine. But by Saturday afternoon or evening, I started getting a fever, and then, or I'm sorry, Sunday, and then Sunday night is when it really hit me, and Monday. I mean, Monday was probably the sickest I've ever been in my entire life. Even with all the medication, like even with Tylenol and Advil and flu medicine, we could not get my fever below 102. Like it was just constantly spiking it at between 102, 104 for at least 24 hours, and
Ugh.
it felt like there was this 150-pound blanket just laying on top of me. Like lifting your arm or your head or anything was just felt
Ugh.
nearly
Jeez.
impossible.
Yeah,
So
that's terrible. Oh.
I don't know, but that was Monday, which was the worst, and then I've slowly gotten better since then. But it's been this weird experience because I ran this big race, like I had this big mental challenge um, that I fought through and was really proud of, but then I haven't been able to really process it because it's just been like
Yeah.
this
Right.
like big mental challenge afterwards. Um, so yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of this weird transition back from race to reality. I don't know.
Yep. That is weird. Too bad that you don't get that normal post race enjoyment. Maybe it'll come delayed. Hopefully,
Yeah, I hope
maybe it'll all
so.
kick in tomorrow on Thanksgiving Day. It'd be a
I didn't
big
get like my
Thanksgiving miracle.
beer and tater tots. There was no like
Right.
big like
None of it.
celebration meal or anything. So I don't know.
Mm, man, that's too bad. Well, I'm glad you did it. I'm glad you weren't that affected. It was like 17 hours or something. That's what Erin told me. I think she saw it on Instagram.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
it was 17:52, so just shy of 18 hours.
Okay. That
Which
is a long time to run.
it was a really long time to be out there.
Yeah.
Which the last 5 miles were downhill. And, when I got to that point, I thought, I could probably break 18 hours, so I better try to do it. So
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
turned it up a notch, and I was
Yep.
happy to get it done.
Yep. Good. All right. Well, glad you did. Glad you're back. Bianca says now you have an excuse to drink beer and eat tots this weekend, though. That's right. Now you have, yeah, you get to you banked some calorie burn. Now you still get to use that expenditure. You get
Yeah,
to
there
you
you go.
get to make up for it. So that'd be good. Because I know you track those calories really carefully with
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Anne-Marie points out 17 hours is an Ironman cutoff. So you went longer than an Ironman. You would have been
Yeah.
DNF'd if you were trying to run an Ironman.
I would have DNF'd an Ironman. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing.
All right, good.
You
So
know,
yeah,
so
that's all. What?
I've got a new favorite ultra mid-race food.
Okay, what's that?
Refried bean tortillas, like little quesadillas without the queso, without the cheese, just refried beans in a tortilla grilled up.
Mm-hmm.
They were
Yep.
just so good. And I had, I don't know, like probably 10 of those little triangles of those things throughout the race. It was very good.
So you made that ahead of time for yourself?
No, they had them at the aid station.
Oh, so they were even hot in the moment?
They were hot. Yeah, they were like grilling them up
Wow,
fresh.
that sounds pretty good.
Sometimes they'd even add a little
Yeah.
avocado in there. It was awesome.
That is a pretty good race food. Good. It's as if they knew you were there racing. They made a little Mexican
I know.
meal
I know.
for you.
It's perfect. It was perfect.
Good. Well, that's good to know. Okay. Well, I don't know. Glad you're back. Glad you did it. Congratulations. And you'll have to tell us what's next after that once you've figured it out. Do you have a next thing, or you still got to figure that out now?
Well, I had something that I was I was gonna wait and see how this race went before I signed up for it. And I don't feel like I've had an opportunity to really like process it enough to decide whether I'm gonna do that.
Well,
or
you
not,
finished it with the flu coming on, so I'd say you passed the test.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. Well, you let us know what that is once you're ready.
I will.
Like now.
You want me to do it right now? No, I'm not ready to do that yet.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see. I looked at the news really quickly. We weren't planning a full show because you're just getting back. So we didn't even know we were going to do this. But here's the big news for Thanksgiving table sharing.
Okay. Yeah.
PlantBased News has the full story that I saw. First of all, one thing I saw, a Tofurky video, like almost like an undercover video, but it wasn't that. It was a video in Washington that they made, I think on regular TV news in 2021 of like how the Tofurky gets made, and it wasn't like an expose. I think it was just about a local business, but that went viral because it looks so gross. The stuff that they're making, it just looks like this like gray cement mixture. Big machines turning it around. It just looks really gross. And so it has all these people put off about the vegan meat now because of that. But
Great. Okay.
in case people are bringing that up at Thanksgiving, what you can fight back with is there's a new major international study. I'm gonna even put the music on for this. And they looked at that UPF at ultra processed food, but the first study to do so dividing up among different types of ultra processed food. And in this case, they looked at, it looks like ultra processed plant foods, ultra processed animal products, and I think ultra processed sugary drinks was the third category. Maybe they had other categories as well. But the ultra processed meat and sugary drinks did lead to increased incidence over the long term of 3 different diseases, increased risk of cancer, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. But the plant-based ultra processed foods were not. And they looked at, they enrolled participants between 1992 and 2000. And I believe they've been kind of studying since then. So it has been a fairly long amount of time has passed. Now, they haven't had years and years of eating the new ultra processed foods like these Beyond Meats and Impossibles. They just haven't been around that long. But they were looking at processed, soy burgers and all those things that were around back then. So that's pretty good. I mean, they point out these are not health foods still. They can still make you gain weight or make you eat more than you should, the way ultra processed food does. But to not have that link to those 3 major diseases, I think is pretty big win for plant meats.
So not all ultra processed foods are created equal.
That's one could conclude that.
So what were the 3 diseases again?
Cancer, heart disease, type 2 diabetes.
That's big.
Yeah,
it's big.
It is big. It's a really big thing. Again, doesn't make them healthy, but maybe can alleviate worries about like just, that you're going to eat these for a while and then 20 years from now, you're going to be sick and it's because of that. So anyway, good news there. You can check it out. It's in the Lancet, appeared last week, or go to plantbasednews.org and read it on their site. and bring that ammo to your Thanksgiving table so you can win the debate. I am going to be making my own plant-based meat thing. I found a recipe. I forget where I found it, but it's a roast, holiday roast or Thanksgiving roast. It doesn't have any sort of stuffing type stuff in it because we have stuffing and we have cranberries. They'll still be at the table. So I figured, why do I need to go to the trouble of wrapping the seitan loaf around this stuff? I need to pull up the recipe because that would be good for people to see that I can tell people which one I'm making. However, the interesting thing is it uses rice paper around the roast loaf, and then you roast that, and that gets crispy the way a skin would of like a chicken or turkey. I guess a turkey on Thanksgiving. So I don't know. Thought that'd be kind of interesting. Seems a little gimmicky, but the picture looked good and the reviews were very good. So that's what I'm doing. And then the other thing, we said we're gonna make cornbread because we thought, just Southern sort of theme maybe to this Thanksgiving. And so then I said, wait a minute, I have a Southern cookbook that's vegan, Cookin' Crunk by our own Bianca Phillips. So I pulled that out and found a Brussels sprouts, as we mentioned last week, would appear at our Thanksgiving tables. That with caramelized Brussels sprouts with pecans. Not pecans, pecans. And so we're going to try that. And I think that's the only really two Southern things we're having. But I thought it'd be kind of a fun little thing. So I'm eager to hear how that is.
We're also doing Brussels sprouts.
Oh, yeah? In the air fryer?
Mm-hmm. I think, no, we're doing roasted Brussels sprouts. I don't really know the recipe. Katie picked it out. Unfortunately, Monday was the day we finalized the menu and did the grocery shopping, and I was unable to participate in that. And so, because I was fully on board with the deviled potatoes.
Right, I know you were.
And I missed my chance. So that was too bad. But we're gonna do Brussels sprouts. My family, we're eating at my mom's, and my cousins are coming over as well. So everybody's kind of contributing things. My family's contributing the Tofurky loaf, Brussels sprouts, and then Julie Pyatt's, Rich Roll's wife. Her cheese book has this really incredible artichoke cashew like spread.
Oh, okay. Never tried that one.
Oh, it's really good.
This Cheese is Nuts, that book?
Yep. We're going to do that. And there's something else that I'm forgetting. But it'll be good.
Good.
It'll be a very traditional holiday. Thanksgiving.
Yeah. As most of them are. That's sort of the point. We are doing the deviled potatoes. We got that those ingredients, which wasn't too many. So we're gonna have that, I think, during the more midday kind of thing tomorrow, while the rest of the food is being made.
You're doing
I'll let you know how that
deviled potatoes?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, awesome.
But I don't have Nana's deviled egg tray to serve them on. So I don't know what we'll do to serve them, but we'll have to wing it, I guess.
I don't know. Like, what do you do without a deviled egg tray?
Right. Annie Amato says you should do them for December holidays. There's a good idea. Do it on a December holiday. She also says in regards to that the viral vegan meat video that everyone thinks is disgusting. She said she remembers a coworker telling her how disgusting tofu production is, and that she could never eat it again while she was eating deli meat. Which, of course, ironic. And I think that's the article that I saw that was talking about this video said the same thing. Like, a lot of food, if you just see the production of it, is going to look disgusting. So, it doesn't really mean much. The seitan roast that I am making is from itdoesn'ttastelikechicken.com. Had a whole bunch of good reviews. The best vegan turkey. Oh, and this is Sam Turnbull, who I was goofing on for some reason last year, and I thought about a book. I said I'd never heard of this person. I don't know what it was, and then I was calling her a he, and then I Googled and found out Sam Turnbull was a she, and so then I ordered the book. I said I'm going to order that book and cook out of it and give it a chance. So it's her book. This is them.
Oh,
it's her person, her book, and her blog. It doesn't taste like chicken.com, which I've certainly been on many times before I said all that funny stuff. I don't remember what it was what my beef was with.
It was the cover of the book.
It was just the cover of the book. Yeah, because I didn't have any actual substantial, criticism.
No, you were just like, the book looks like they gamed the the Amazon algorithm or
Ah,
something.
that's right. That's what it was. Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, anyway, established author and blogger in the vegan space. So there you go. Anyway, yeah. So that's it. And then we got a bunch of other, the normal traditional stuff planned. My mom and dad and my dad's wife are here, so it should be a nice little time. We're looking forward to it. Traditional Thanksgiving.
Fully vegan?
My dad is bringing a turkey that he will, I think, make here. He even brought a pan that he will cook it in.
Uh-huh.
It's fine. I don't know. I don't have a problem with that. I think some people do, but or would, but
Yeah.
whatever.
That's what we've done when we've hosted Christmas. Is like Katie's mom has baked a turkey or whatever in the oven, and that's fine. Our meal will not be fully vegan, but I think everything except for the turkey will be. All the sides and everything are vegan, and then
because the other people who are coming are making things vegan.
Yeah. Everybody's going to make everything vegan except for the turkey. Which is great. So
right.
So then
that's good.
Yeah, I mean, talk about last week we talked a lot about how to be inclusive at the table or whatever, and I mean that takes effort for sure for people who are not vegan to make their dishes vegan if they're not familiar with doing so.
Definitely.
So if they're willing to do that, then that's fantastic. But I mean, it means that we can all eat everything, and the kids can all eat everything, and no one has to worry about it, except for the turkey.
Very nice. Mr. Jeffrey has posted a simple Brussels sprouts recipe. Sounds a lot like what I would imagine one does, and it's very simple. He has you blanching the Brussels sprouts first for a couple minutes, then the ice bath, then you roast them. Little par cooking. I do that with broccoli a lot, and it works pretty well.
I never do that.
No, it just helps get the middle cooked, so then you can get the crispiness and all that without leaving the middle raw.
Smart.
Yeah. And Bianca mentions that Julie Pyatt, she's also known as Srimu. I'm not sure what is behind that, but I know that's her alternate name. Her place is open in Memphis, and she can go buy her cheese there. That is cool. Super cool. All right. And Steven says there are some omnis that quietly admit that turkey's the worst part of the meal anyway. I don't know how Steven has this Thanksgiving intel over in Amsterdam, but I know he said he had Thanksgiving dinner once with expats over there. So maybe they're the ones who quietly admitted it. I think I even used to maybe think it was the least interesting part. It's just a lot of, I don't know. Everything else is salty and good. And a lot of times you get the turkey, I remember it would be sort of dry and just sort of, kind of plain. And then you have to put gravy on it to make it good. But you can put the gravy on everything else. So I think I kind of felt the same way when I was a meat eater. Unless you got the skin on there. If you got the skin in your bites, then it would be better.
Yeah.
Which is gross to think about now. But that's why I got rice paper. That's why I got rice paper on mine. And we'll see how that skin turns out.
I mean, people cook roasted turkey once a year, maybe twice a year, maybe. So you're probably not going to be very good at it. No matter how many years you've done that, once a year, you're probably not going to be all that good at it.
Right. Unless you have a giant, one of those turkey fryer, deep fryer vat things.
Oh, yeah. I used to love those things.
Remember that was all the rage? Did you? I think we did have one and did that once. It was kind of a mess. I remember having to deal with all that oil.
My
there you go. And people set their houses on fire with that, I think, a lot.
Yeah, they're particularly dangerous. My cousins, who are big Southern football fans, they bring their turkey fryer to tailgates. They'll fry up turkeys at a tailgate.
Wow,
they're serious about it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's all we need to do, Doug. I don't want you to strain your voice. You got a busy day, I'm sure. Today, tomorrow, you got to socialize and all that. So we'll let you get back to it. Get back to bed or whatever it is you're doing today.
We made it a half an hour. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good. I'm glad we could do this. All right. And my dog is beginning to bark also. Okay. Well, that's it. Thanks everyone again for bearing with us with the skipped show yesterday. I posted a message in Discord, but there's no way to alert podcast listeners, which is most people who aren't in the Discord. But anyway, here we are. So I'm glad we could do this. I'll get this one up today so that people can understand where we are. And have a good Thanksgiving, those who are in the United States or celebrate it. And Black Friday, don't forget Black Friday. It's I don't know. It's not as maybe as fashionable. There's a lot of anti-Black Friday sentiment these days, and I am not in agreement with that. So I say enjoy your Black Friday. Look for deals, look for compliment deals. But a lot of times, like for online subscriptions, you can get really good like 6-month or year-long packages for like the price of 2 months. That's actually my favorite thing I look for on Black Fridays. Is things that I otherwise get, like Simply Piano or a language learning app thing. And they'll offer the whole year for super cheap price. Works out for them. They get some money in the bank ahead of time. You get a good deal. You don't have to worry about paying for your app the whole rest of the year. So that's what I'll be looking for.
Here's
that's
some
it.
compliment intel. We're not really doing our traditional Black Friday. Normally we'd be hammering you guys with emails right now for Black Friday, and we're not doing that. But it is Prime. It is on Amazon. There's all kinds of stuff happening. So there's discounts on Amazon if you want to get some stuff there. Or starting Saturday, excuse me. Starting Saturday, there will be a site-wide sale on Compliment. It's not nearly as good as Plantapalooza. Sorry, you missed the boat. We hyped it up. We said it was going to be the biggest sale of the year, and it was.
We did. Yep.
But there will be some small discounts going on, so you can get your nutrients over at lovecompliment.com starting on Saturday and get a little discount.
Yeah, go get those small discounts. What else? What better call to action is there than that? Go claim those small discounts before they're gone. Uh-oh.
There you go.
We're losing Doug. So we're not hammering people with emails to tell them that we're not doing Black Friday, though. That's what we need to do. That's the move that companies do, is they show how virtuous they are to not be trying to get money on Black Friday. So we should get some emails out about that.
We have. We at least.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We sent a couple of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
But actually, right now, if you go to Compliment, this is really cool. If you go to compliment.com, lovecompliment.com, there's a big pop-up that covers the whole screen. It's blackout for hunger or something like that. And all you have to do is enter your email, and we'll donate a meal. That's it. That's all you got to do. Enter your email, and we'll donate a meal to a plant-based meal to a kid in need through Food for Life, which is an incredible organization that we've been working with for a long time. We've donated over 50,000 meals so far, and now is an opportunity to donate way more. So no purchase necessary, no tricks, no nothing.
No. So we're not just not doing Black Friday. We're doing the opposite. We're giving away money on Black Friday for the greater good.
That's right.
That's how virtuous we are. Why is there a underscore before Black Friday? Is that some stylistic thing people do now?
That is a hip design feature. No.
Oh. What?
Because you're blanking out Black Friday. I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. Well, and then we got a V in there for blackout. Is that for vegan?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Good. All right. Good. Well, you need to go over to lovecompliment.com if you're listening to this. Check out that blackout pop-up and opt inside. Opt inside on Black Friday for a kid to get a free.
Just combine all the campaigns.
Yeah. All right.
No, but you really should do that. There's really there's no reason not to do that.
Right. It's a legit thing. It's not a scam. We really do. I mean, your email's then on our list, and we'll send you marketing emails, of course, and good content. But it also provides a free meal. So yeah, there is no reason not to do that. I'm joking around about it, but it's real and it's good, and people are hungry, and it's good to feed them. So There you go. All right. Thanks everyone for coming, and I hope you enjoy your holiday weekend. We'll be back on Tuesday with lots of news because we didn't get to almost any this week. So there will be all kinds of good things for me to choose from. Find only the best. So we'll have quality shows coming, plus holiday time. The best thing about Thanksgiving for me is when the dinner's done, you put on a Christmas movie, you turn the page into the best season of the year, and it's just great. And then you start off with Black Friday the next day, which is perfect beginning. So that I'm looking forward to that. And someone else mentioned the same thing. Mr. Jeffrey says he's been in the Christmas spirit for 2 weeks already, even though he doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving up there in Canada. I have too. This year I've felt it. I've put the music on early, and it's good. So I'm looking forward to that. Should be a fun season of plant-based morning shows for sure. All right, Doug, keep feeling better. Send our wishes to the rest of your family that they do the same, please. And have a good Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. See ya.